From being a relatively underrated and small town kid to becoming a crowd favorite in the bright lights of LA, Austin Reaves really worked his way up and is now one of the more so versatile role players in all of basketball. This is a player who's truly stayed the course through all the ups and downs, but also kept that gritty tough type trait in his game ever since a kid, which has no doubt made him thrive at the very highest level of basketball. This is the Austin Reaves story. Austin Reaves was born on May 29th, 1998 in Newark, Arkansas. Now, Austin played a lot of baseball coming up, but also had the luxury of having his parents to look up to on the basketball court, as they both played basketball for Arkansas State University. There, his mother Nicole was named to the all-conference team during her senior year and maintained averages of 21 points a game. His father Brian, on the other hand, is tied for third place in program history in assists, as he ended his college career with 384. And since he looked up to his parents, he would start to inherit his dad's passing skills and his mother's scoring. But another big part to Reaves really developing a passion for the game was his older brother Spencer, who also went on to do his thing and played college ball for North Greenville in Central Missouri. And he would constantly drag Austin into the gym, which really pushed him to be great. Now, those experiences really allowed him to thrive on the basketball court, because while attending Cedar Ridge High School in Newark, Arkansas, he won back-to-back Class 2A state titles in his first 2 years. He had a special, unique sense of urgency to simply score at will. And while standing at 6'5", he was the point guard, which really allowed him to be a threat. Reaves scored 73 points in a triple overtime win over Forest City High School. In his senior year, Austin averaged 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, leading his team to a Class 3A state title. Austin went on to be named MVP of the state tournament after he averaged 40 points. In a span of 4 games, he was a 2-time 3A All-State selection, and by the time he ended his high school career, he was regarded as the 3rd best prospect in his whole entire state. Now, Rivals.com had him as a 3-star recruit, whereas 24/7 Sports and ESPN had him unranked. And even though he was quietly underrated, he had his share of schools that still wanted him at their program. And Reaves made his ultimate decision to sign a letter of intent to play his collegiate basketball at Wichita State. And it was a bit of a learning curve for him, and he wasn't nearly as dominant as he was in high school. He played just 12 minutes a game and only averaged 4 points per contest. And after his freshman campaign, Austin made the decision to forego shoulder surgery that had a torn labrum, and Austin had dislocated it 3 times in his college career. And the crazy part about it all was that he had been dealing with this injury since his junior year of high school, but he just had it in him to just play through it. Now, things did get slightly better in his sophomore year, and on January 28, 2018, he posted a sophomore season high, being able to put up 23 points and 4 assists in a 90-71 win over Tulsa. It was really a confidence booster, as he made 7 threes in the first half, which was the most in a half in program history. Austin ended that season being able to maintain averages of 8 points, 3 rebounds per game, while shooting 43% from 3. And even though it was a significant increase in minutes and points per game in his first 2 seasons, he knew he wanted better for himself and could honestly just take that next step. And shortly after the season, Reaves transferred to Oklahoma, but had to sit out a year due to the NCAA transfer rules. Reaves took it upon himself during that season sitting out to really tone up his physical tools. He weight trained and gained 20 pounds. During his redshirt junior year, Reaves averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Austin recorded a career-high 41 points and 6 assists to go along with 5 rebounds in a win over TCU, and that led him to be named to the Big 12 All-Newcomer team. During his final collegiate year, On December 6, he posted a senior season high, putting up 32 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, in a win over TCU. And as his team made it to the NCAA tournament, Reaves held his own and came up relatively big in the bright lights, because in the second round, he scored 27 points, but in a loss to the top-seeded Gonzaga. But still, he had quite the senior campaign, as he was able to end his collegiate career being able to average 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, earning first team All Big 12 honors. On March 31st, Reaves declared for the 2021 NBA draft, foregoing his remaining college eligibility. And after going undrafted, fortunately, Reaves signed a 2-way contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. And a couple months later, his relentlessness and hard work he showed allowed him to be signed to a standard NBA contract. On October 22nd, Reaves made his NBA debut and scored 8 points off the bench. For that season, Austin posted 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with 1 steal a contest. And although those numbers just weren't anything outstanding, his team leading plus minus, which was plus 54, really went on to show on how much impact his presence held on the court. He had traits in his game that a lot of rookies just honestly didn't have quite yet, like being able to defend multiple positions, and on a gamely basis, it just seemed as though that he had a special knack on sacrificing his body and at times having that Swiss Army knife effect. He posted an efficient 60% true shooting percentage mark and shot 31% from 3. On April 10th, during the Lakers season finale, Reaves went on to go for his first triple-double of his career, scoring 31 points, grabbing 16 rebounds, and dishing out 10 assists. And although one of his main goals was to help his team to a championship in his first season, which wasn't fulfilled, he's looked a bit more poised this season. As for this year, he's been averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists to go along with 1 steal, while shooting 52% from the field and 39% from 3. Reaves went on to have his career high, putting up 35 points with 6 rebounds and 6 assists off the bench in a win against the Orlando Magic on March 19, 2023, in which he scored the final 10 points for his squad. And as he has entered his first career playoff series, he's been doing his thing, and he's been putting up some very solid numbers versus the Memphis Grizzlies, averaging a solid 17 points and 7 assists while shooting 52% from the field and 50% from 3. Austin Reaves has truly been a bucket getter since day one and always had a different type of drive and competitiveness about him, but also just stayed true to himself throughout his path to NBA stardom.
Obviously, I think all the odds were stacked against me from where I'm from. You know, I played baseball a lot, didn't really play basketball, only played 1 year AAU. Every time I take the court, play with a sense of urgency, and, you know, leave it all out on the floor.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Austin Reaves story.